Murderball was dope, man. Murderball, British Bulldog was my favorite because that was just like bashing in other kids. That was just like you just charge and tackle them. I think pretty much is what we did with British Bulldog. Just beat the crap out of other kids. So into that, man. But I doubt they do that today. Now it's carry flags, and if you have a pronoun, and go use the inclusive bathroom that's like whatever gender you want it to be, and it's like I like look. Stuff like that's probably always been around, if we're being honest. But now it's like they just want to shove it down everybody's throat all the time. You turn on cable TV, you watch a commercial on a billboard or on TV, or if you're in an elevator or you're in a dentist's office or some shit like that. I don't have cable. Like I canceled my cable 2012. It's been over a decade. I've not had cable. I don't watch that shit. The stupid thing about cable that I don't understand and why people still have it is you're paying for them to serve bullshit that's going to brainwash you. You're actually paying them to brainwash you. It's the stupidest fucking setup I've ever seen. And if you're still running cable right now, ask yourself this question: why the fuck am I paying them to brainwash me with this horse shit, or brainwash my kids, or my wife, or whoever happens to live in your house? Because that's what you're basically doing. They're polluting you with messages that do not serve you at all. Okay. In that video that I talked about when I kicked off at the start, there was, I think it was a Roomba vacuum commercial that I inserted into that video from 6 years ago. And I was talking about how essentially advertisements and commercials basically portray men as bumbling, retarded idiots that are absolutely incompetent and absolutely useless. And and women are the saviors of the household. They're responsible. They can get things done. They know how to get tidy. So the commercials are now at that time, 6 years ago when I presented that, are serving narratives and lies and trying to brainwash people into believing that guys are stupid and women are superior and we should always defer to them and just give her all your money and let her go buy whatever she wants, including whatever the fuck it is they're trying to sell you in the commercial. And that's how they've been rolling for a while. They do that today, and it's even worse today, right? Now it's whatever the new thing is that's trending, whether it's get jabs, support a flag, or that flag, or a country war, or whatever. I mean, hey, here's a new flash. Do you think maybe both Putin and Zelensky are assholes? I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. Why do you have to support the new thing or trending thing, right? Like why can't we think for ourselves? It's like, if you don't update your fucking Facebook with some circle flag around you supporting whatever the new thing is, then people are like, "Oh, well, he's not conforming to the narrative. He's not one of the sheep." Yeah, you're damn right. Sitcoms I don't even watch anymore. I couldn't watch fuck, I mean, you can go back to the Cosby show, right? Bill Cosby was portrayed as a moron. All the women in the family were the best and he was an idiot, sort of thing. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, right? She ran the household, the big bad judge, the bad boy, he got his ass licked every single time by his wife. So again, this is not a new phenomenon. It's been going on for decades now. And you wonder why you're dealing with a generation of boss bitches today. I was at the gym doing my chest workout, got the plates on, feeling good, got a pump. I'm listening to this fucking personal trainer talking to this middle-aged woman, telling her that she's a bad boss bitch for moving metal up and down, sort of thing. Like this hashtag boss bitch gets thrown at everything nowadays. I had an interview on a woman's podcast a couple of weeks ago. You'll find some of the clips on my Clips channel now. They live there. And I mean, she was pleasant. She was inviting. She had read my book. She said her boyfriend, read my book. And there's a clip on there somewhere where we're talking about, culture polluting the minds of, people like we are today, sort of thing. And she's sitting there wearing a bad bitch t-shirt with tats and was a single mom as well. And, we're talking about red flags, right? But you come to these realizations and you see the code in the matrix when you read my book, when you watch my content, when you see enough of my podcast, when I do these one-on-one consults. Like people get to it eventually, right? But then they've like left this trail of bad decisions along the way, and they run a boss bitch business, and they've got sleeve tats, sort of thing, right? Like high notch counts, men aren't generally interested in women that have a high like number of visible tattoos, right? Like tattooing's a tattooing women is a more modern phenomenon. Okay, men, it's been around for a long time. In some cultures, some societies, it's existed in part of the female population, but it's primarily masculine dominance, right? It's just weird, man. Like all of these things that happen. I think that the most dangerous one for guys today are the covert feminists. Okay, um, that chick, that pretty girl that dealt with Andrew in that clip that I mentioned earlier, is a classic example of a covert feminist. I'm pretty. I have the flash and the pizzazz. So in today's modern world, it's not just like the psychos that you see trending on Twitter or on social media that are yelling. Um, like here, I got another one here in my timeline. This one, you've probably seen this one too. Like they don't just look like this anymore, right? Come on, playback. Let's right to the start. Like they don't just look like this anymore. This is what you've been used to. This is what you've been told. Just stay away from that. But that's not enough anymore, right? Most of these women that you're going to deal with today, as you come across them on dating apps or cold approach or social events or whatever you happen to be doing, you're going to run into a good number of them that have polluted values, that have toxic feminist values that are instilled in them. Men and women are equal, but take me out to dinner. Men and women are equal, but go out and make the money and take care of me, and I'll stay home and raise the kids. Right? It's like, and then you ask them a question like, "Hey, do you think you could beat me up? Are men and women really equal?" It's like, no, you can't. Like, even if I had one of my arms tied behind my back, even a chick that competes at my dojo probably couldn't beat me up. Right? It's like men and women are different, and why do we stray away from that? Why? Because society, culture. I'll tell you what it is. It's a psyop, at the end of the day. They don't want you strong and independent and thinking for yourself. They want you plugged into narratives. They want you plugged into lies. I mean, there's a reason why my book was called The Unplugged Alpha, because you're unplugging from bullshit that doesn't serve you. When you go far enough down the rabbit hole and you start to see all this code in the matrix, covert feminists pop like that, like as soon as I hear one of these chicks talking for a few minutes, oh, she's a covert feminist automatically, right? And then you've got ones that look more feminist but are trying to return to their more natural roots, like that Leandra chick that did that podcast on my Clips channel. You'll see the clips over there. But yeah, I mean, they lie to women about having a family. It's go get a degree, go and buy your own house, get your own car. You don't need no man. And then they end up being like 39 or 40. And then they're just like, well, I should have done this in my 20s. That's when you get those chicks on the dating apps that have baby rabies. And they're like, if you don't want to talk about kids on the first date, then I don't even want to go out with you. It's like, why would you even waste your time, dude? Why would you? Why? Like, why not just like start Googling? I wonder what would happen if I put my penis in a pencil sharpener, right? Like it's like the same thing. You're inviting chaos, man. But that's where we get to, right? Society celebrates single mothers, big time, big time. Oh, you're so strong and independent. I do the job of a mother and a father. You see that on Father's Day all the time, right? What's to celebrate? The kid doesn't have a father, or you've removed him from the household, or you scared him off, or any number of things could have happened. The guy was a degenerate loser, right? This is what happens when you don't allow fathers or men to play a role in girls and who they date and when they date and arranging marriages and stuff like that. Like there's a strong argument for a strong culture when you do stuff like that. I'm not saying that that's where things need to go. I don't think things were really there to that degree in North American culture. North America is so interesting, man. Yeah. They teach men to never stand up to women. That's another note that I jotted down over here. It's like, you're not allowed to have an opinion. You're not allowed to offer a view. It's like, how many guys I've heard say happy wife, happy life is just, it just drives me insane. Every time I fucking hear it somewhere, social gathering, some event, hearing an in-law or like a relative of an in-law, regurgitate that lyric, happy wife, happy life. And you're like, dude, you're not banging. Like, I can tell. I know what the face of a guy looks like that's banging a lot versus a guy that's not. And it's like, if you're taught never to stand up to women, women aren't going to respect you, one. And two, you're never really going to optimize yourself to have the best experience. And you're sure as fuck not going to raise useful kids. You're going to raise pussies, right? Yeah. Man caves. That's another one I've talked about a few times. I want to talk about man caves again. You see these guys that are all proud to have their fucking TVs and their couches and some beer fridge in their garage. And they're like, oh yeah, I'm watching a game in my man cave. I'm the fucking dude. Yeah. While the wife fucking runs the entire house and he pays for it all. You're not the dude if you're rolling in a man cave. My house is my man cave. That's an $8,000 Restoration Hardware couch. Okay. Chicks would not let you spend that kind of money on a couch that looks like that. Oh, it's not a good looking couch. I don't give a fuck. It's mine. My house is my man cave. All right. Let me get the call-in link. Where's my invite? Let's chop it up with some people. I got a couple other notes here, but I just wanted to get the call-in link out there before we do this. All right. Call in and ask a question. All right. All right. So there's a StreamYard link, and I'm pretty sure if that goes to my YouTube, I can pin it. Oh, yes. The option is available still. Thank you. So that's pinned at the top of the YouTube. So if you guys are watching somewhere else on the internet, make sure you're over on YouTube, and the StreamYard link is there. Every couple of days, I get an email or a DM from somebody that's like, hey, I want to call on your show. How do I do it? It's like, dude, watch the show live. I always give you the instructions live. Hey guys, I really hope that you enjoyed that short clip. If you did, consider supporting the creation of content by checking out my supplement line. Pinned in the top comment below of this video in the comments, there's a link to the unpluggedalpha.com/shop. When you click through, you'll be able to land over here, and the entire lineup is broken down by category that it performs best in: estrogen metabolism, fat burning, your foundational essentials for health, immune health, performance, and testosterone support. If you check out with coupon code ALPHA10, you'll get 10% off on your first order. There's also the option to use the subscribe and save model, where regular shipments will be sent over to you on a regular basis, and that gives you a little bit of a discount, and your supplement facts are always broken down over here. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys have an awesome day. And again, check out that link. It's pinned in the top comment below in this video. Peace out.